you're still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Panic. Panic. Why would a candidate with plenty of money, front runner, Trump's endorsement, show what I consider panic? That would be Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones in Georgia running for governor. We will talk about that later during the Georgia Hour. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Good morning, Diane. It is cold. Let me give a shout out to all of you out there. You got the snowblower, you have the shovel, you have the snow shovel, you got the salting the steps. All of you out there, I wish you all well. But I think you might be shut in. You couldn't go to work, maybe no school. Maybe you're watching this morning. Glad to have you, right? So I remember a snow shovel as a child. Now, if you live in Atlanta or, somewhere in the South or a warmer climate in America, and you did not make $5, you did not make $5 shoveling snow from time to time, right? Just saying, a driveway. So we would get together and kids, right? We didn't ask our parents. We didn't say, Mom and Dad, can we go out and make some money? We didn't do that. Now, I grew up in the hood. I love to say that. I grew up in a neighborhood, okay? I grew up in the hood, man. No, I did not. But I grew up in a neighborhood. Like, you're 9 years old. You're 10. We did not say, hey, Mom, could we get a snow shovel and knock on someone's door and say, we're charging this much to shovel your driveway, and we'll throw in the walk for free, right, or something. $2 to do the sidewalk, $5 for the driveway, $6 the entire pack. I don't know. I don't remember. But we did not ask our parents. We didn't. We just snow shovel. Here we go. And we met up and we started knocking on doors. It was 2 or 3 of us. And we knock on doors. Do you need your? Yes. You went through the neighborhood. We shoveled the driveways and we shoveled the walks, whatever. And they paid us. They paid us money. And then here's the craziest thing that happened, right? Then we would go downstairs as a rip-roaring fire was going, and we had our money that we earned, right? And we'd sit there and we'd be drinking hot cocoa, getting warm by the fire, watching like reruns of the Abbott and Costello show or the Munsters or Superman or something, on our little TV in the game room downstairs. We'll call it that, whatever it is. Counting our money up, splitting it. I mean, we handled all that ourselves. I'm just saying, there's snow out there, and I'm wondering, what do the kids do now? What do they do? I mean, do kids go through the hood and knock on doors with a snow shovel? I'm just saying. Anyhow, good morning, good morning, good morning. I just enjoy that so much. Memory comes back. We got the bank robber mask, right? We're froze, wind's blowing, shoveling those driveways. Yes. Sleigh riding, flexible flyer. Now, until you have a flexible flyer and it's snowing, and you got to wax those runners, baby. You got to wax those runners. You got to get down that hill. I mean, 3 or 4, you're 10 years old. You got a half dozen guys, 10 years old, all bundled up. And you say, go, and you run, jump, boom. And you've got to maneuver around trees and everything. And you got to get to the bottom first. And the only way to do that is to steal the candles off your mom's dining room table and wax them runners, baby. Your mom comes through the dining room. There's no candles in the holder there on the dining room table. If she could get to your ass with a belt, just saying. Oh, the joy of being a child, the joy of December, the joy of waiting for Christmas. I really do hope kids are able to experience that on different levels and not just video games. All right, I'm your host, BKP. Let's get it rolling this morning. The reason we started out that way is I'm looking at all the temperatures. The temperatures now. Diane asked me a question, and I'm not answering it right now. I refuse to answer the question at the current time. But I will answer the question soon. Give me number 160 there, Diane. Good morning. We've got a lot to do today. A lot. They want rid of Pete Hegseth. Mm-hmm. And I watched a 2-hour. I watched a 2-hour press conference yesterday. And the reason I watched the 2-hour press conference, and I'm here at the Resolute desk at 4 a.m., right, is so I could see how the deep state Mockingbird media planned to present it. And I'm going to show you an example this morning that is like, so shockingly, should I say shockingly? Shockingly, they are out to get Trump. Tennessee 7, frigid weather. Now, I just want to say, before, I want to go ahead and get in trouble now. Yeah, I want to get in trouble now because I watched all 2 hours. And the night before the press conference, not last night before last, President Trump, I get up and I go through the ritual in the morning of about 4 hours. Give me 43, about 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. And one of my rituals is to run down Truth Social and see what President Trump. Now, they call him Sleepy Joe. Is Dozy Don the new Sleepy Joe? President Trump accused of falling asleep during televised. Now, before you guys get all angry, give me 44. I watched the entire press conference. And it was 4 or 5 times I was like, Trump, President Trump, wake up. Somebody elbow him, right? I mean, somebody hit the shock collar I'm serious. I'm serious as can be. And I was like, President Trump, come on. So give me number. I could have sworn I had it here. Maybe I don't. We're going to talk about the peace plan. Maybe I don't have it here, Diane. I thought. Wait a minute. Here it may be. Yeah, give me number 104. So yesterday, Trump is captured with his eyes. I watched all 2 hours. All right, I watched all 2 hours. The night before, the dude was up all night long. All night long. What Trump said in 158 posts, late night truth social barrage. And I'm watching the press conference yesterday, all 2 hours, and Trump is doing this. Right? And I know the move because I've used this move in church before. It's the oldest church move in the book. I got it. I call it the church move, all right? So I know the move, and I'm not knocking the guy. He's 79 years old. The night before, I get up the night before, yesterday morning, and I go on True Social because if he puts something out throughout the night, because no matter what you think, that's where he presents policy. You can have completely new banking policies. You can have totally new policies handed down at 3:30 a.m., according to President Trump. So you got to look at Truth Social. And I go on there and I'm like, I'm looking at the time. And I told you yesterday morning, like at 6 a.m., I had that poll about Burt Jones. It went out about 5 a.m. The guy was up all night hitting retruth. Is that what they do? Retruth, or they're called truth post, whatever. So I said 4 or 5 times yesterday. I said, is this guy sleeping? And then as I was going through number 44, because this picture right here, I was watching, right? 44. I understand he's 79 for a cabinet meeting and he couldn't sleep the night before, right? Joe Biden used to walk around wandering all night long, as Alex Jones would put it, naked, just saying, in the presidential residence. Trump up all night, bam, bam, bam. I'm like, whoa. Take a nap. So just saying. Now, I do think, take that down, I do think all knives are out. All the knives are out. I really do. What will end up taking place, I'm not for sure. Now, we've got Vladimir Putin over there saying, look, I can go to Europe. I can go to war with Europe. If we need to go to war, I'll go to war with Europe. Seriously. We're going to talk about those negotiations. And we're going to talk about Tennessee 7th District and how they did narrow. Give me 170. We're going to look at the results of that race. They did narrow, right? Right there. Democrats. This is a 22, a R plus 22. This is a 22 district. This is a Republican 22 plus district. I think this Democrat in this district came within 9. Now, I know what you're going to say, but I'm going to show you some danger spots in what took place. I'm already prepared for, well, it's an off-year election, and people don't come out for off-year elections, and people knew the Republican was going to win, and they did. I got all that written down, but I'm going to give you the danger spots and what actually occurred last night that you have to be concerned about in Northampton, Lehigh County, where you have to be concerned about in any district in America that is an R+5. We'll leave it there right now at a 5. This went down to a 9. So take that down. We'll go over that momentarily. All right. And, but yesterday, again, the press conference, I want to talk about this 180. What do you think? Now, Trump talked about all the medications that he brought down from, brought down 100%, 200%, 300%. He went to 900% at one time. But in San Francisco, the first of its kind lawsuits targets processed foods. And here's the corporations the lawsuit is targeting: Post, Kellogg, General Mills, Nestle, Mondazella, is that what it says? Mondazell International, Mars, not M&M, Mars, right? Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, Kraft, Heinz. This is a lawsuit. What say you? Much like Trump said he brought the fat drug. He did say this, 150. Trump said he brought the fat drug down yesterday. Yes. Look, is it the food? Just saying. I mean, whose fault is it that you can't stay away from Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes? Just saying. Whose fault is it that you like a little extra Swiss roll or two? Just saying. Just saying. But he said yesterday he said this. This is something he said during the cabinet meeting. He said at the cabinet meeting, he said, I brought the price of the fat drug down. He said, this is like, and then he said, I don't want to know around the table who's on it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Don't tell me if you're on it. So that got a little bit of a laugh. So we're going to take that. Now, all knives are out. This was a total setup. We're going to go through it. 151. 151, all knives are out. This was a setup last week. Was it last week when these 6 did produced and published a video saying you don't have to, right? You don't have to. You can refuse 148 unlawful orders. And let me tell you something. This was all a setup. It's been set up for 2 weeks. Now, we're blowing these, what we're told, narco boats out of the water. And let's be clear on the boats that are being blown out of the water. 148, go to that one. Let's be clear of something, okay? Now, I'm very cautious in the whole war crime, and I'm going to tell you why. I know for a fact 25 million people came across that border. I know for a fact that cartel branch offices are set up all over the United States and operating. I know that for a fact. I know that border was so porous that anything came across, not just the people. Anything and everything came across that border. All right. I'm not for sure. I'm not interested in jumping on here on a Wednesday morning and putting you in fear, but I don't know if parts came across the border to assemble a nuclear weapon somewhere in Minnesota in the Somali community. Just saying that, okay? I don't know that. But I don't know if weapons, right, came across. But what I do know is we've shut the border to zero. Now, if you shut the border to zero, the cartels that are raking in not 100 million, not 200 million, billions of dollars, and you cut off the line of cash being the southern border, they got to start looking for other routes to get the product to the end user that kills Americans. Now, that I do know has to be taking place. And I know that we have to be diligent as a country and watching where they're trying to move and bring product in. So do I think those boats could be, because I have no proof sitting here at the Resolute desk, do I think that those boats could be narco terrorists trying to bring drugs into our country or move drugs into our hemisphere here? Yeah, I do. I really do. But then again, they want rid of Pete Hegseth. They've never wanted Pete Hegseth. They've never wanted Donald Trump. They never wanted Pete Hegseth, right? Now, I will tell you this. Fox has done their job. Because what happened when the Trump administration and Donald Trump, I don't want to say fell for it, but I will show you that what they did is they said, all right, here's what's going to happen is Trump's administration is not going to go on, they're not going to go on, give me 102. They're not going to go on MSNBC. They're not going to go on these shows. They're not going to go on CNN like you think, the administration. They're all going to go to Fox News and they're going to talk. And we could trap them. I mean, Pam Bondi has her own makeup chair over there. I just say that. I don't know. The Botox Barbie with the hair extensions and the jacket that says Homeland Security. What's her name? Kristi Noem. They all, Kash Patel, this guy here, Fox says, this is my opinion, we'll get them all to come here. We'll get them to talk. They will talk and talk and talk. We'll have the tape. And when it comes time, you will have Morning Joe, right? CNN. You will have the tape that we develop because we're going to get them all to say things. And that's where we're at right now. Now, I'm going to tell you over and over, you can get angry with me because I watch Morning Joe. But I focus on what's really going on, and I focus on the day that Minka Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough, is that his name, went to Mar-a-Lago to meet with Trump after the election. Remember that? Now, Trump is the art of the deal. Donald J. Trump is the art of the deal. My question is, what kind of deal did he make them? Because Trump doesn't tweet out Psycho Joe. He doesn't say they should be taken off the air. He doesn't, nothing. In fact, this company separated, and MS Now, I don't know the background, it's its own network. I don't see Trump attacking it, calling it the failing. Now, they want Hegseth. They wanted Hegseth since Signalgate. Waltz, right? They threw Waltz under the bus, sent him over to the. It is so war crime. Give me 100. That they even have, all right, Judge Napolitano, Judge Andrew Napolitano, of all people, is now on networks calling this strike. Give me number 99, right? National Report there. Judge Napolitano is on there because what we're hearing is it's 4. We'll go into deeper. Judge Napolitano, this is an act of a war crime. I mean, just saying, okay? We'll get a little deeper into that as the morning goes on. Hey, number 41. You know, I told you, I watched a press conference for 2 hours yesterday. And I thought there was some very good information in the press conference. And I'm glad the president did the press conference. FBI agent yanked off spy case as insiders complain Trump is pumping the brakes on China crackdown to play nice. Now, when I first started reading this article, I was like, okay, maybe this is there's websites that you can buy placement on. Let me just put it like that, all right? And that's what upsets me and why people should tune in here. A lot of people go to websites, read websites, not knowing that people can pay to place an article on the site. They can. And this particular site will take article placement. So I was cautious, and then I got this one here, number 69. So this one's number 69. I got all my numbers wrong this morning. I mean, Diane thinks I'm like really like, I don't know what she thinks. I got all my numbers wrong. So give the lady an extra second. China's influence operation in U.S. education was supposed to be shut down, but did closing the institutes, all right, institutes, only make it stronger. The Chinese government has quietly altered its method as President Donald Trump announces plans to double the Chinese student population in the U.S. You might want to keep your China tracker on high alert. Just saying, art of the deal. Now, what is this? Number 79. So the Dells, the people like that own Dell Computer, the Dells, right? Is she real? This is the wife, Susan Dell. Take that down. I was like, what? Is that real? What else do I have here? I had something else we're going to roll through this morning. That was China. I wanted to show you that. And then I want to talk about this. I popped it up on the screen yesterday. I didn't give it the time I wanted to. And give me the Costco. I'll find it here. Costco. Now, Costco is suing 121. They're suing the administration for tariff refunds. So wait a minute. If you're a Costco member, you need to ask Costco because the Trump put these tariffs in place, and he says yesterday that trillions and trillions, and I don't know where we're getting our data anymore. Now, I did not trust the data before. I did not trust government data, monthly reports, job reports. I have not trusted the data that comes out of DC and God knows how long, and it's altered. But I don't know where we're getting our data now and where it can be trusted. And I have to tell you, just putting up the White House website and saying, here is the true data, I can't completely go with that. If you do, you do, but I can't. Because obviously, I'm going to make sure it looks great if it's me. Don't put that on the website. Nah, we don't want that up there. But Costco, apparently Trump says he's brought in trillions and trillions and he's going to get rid of the debt and all the above, and you're going to start getting checks. And there's a reason why they keep talking about checks. And there's a reason why kids are going to start getting money deposited, because the kids today will get a basic income and they're going to train them to do that. Yes, this is the training of basic income for your children, because why would they go to school for 7 years or 10 years to be a brain surgeon when AI can do it? I'm just telling you. So basic income is on its way, and it looks like they're putting savings accounts. And remember, in the 2007 campaign, Hillary Clinton wanted to put $5,000 for every child born in America in an account. Remember that? Well, it's here now. So we'll talk about that. But the tariffs, the emergency provision that Trump used to put these tariffs in place, is at the Supreme Court. Now, Amy Coney Barrett, Justice Barrett, said, hey, if we rule against you, how do you give back the money? Wouldn't it be like, how do you do that? Well, Costco they have a lawsuit against the government saying, we want the tariff refund to come to us. So as I said a couple weeks ago on the program, if we're the ones that are paying the tariffs as a tax, that's what they tell us, then should the money not keep trickling down till it hits, back to us? Just saying. How's it work? All right, take a break. When we come back, I want to show you really clear evidence of how bad the media alters the narrative. Take a break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com, where the truth, there you go. That's it. The truth. I have to tell you, they used to say crime doesn't pay. That's what they used to say. I mean, when we were growing up, they said, crime doesn't pay. Don't you dare do that. Crime doesn't pay, right? I will tell you what does not pay is telling the truth. It doesn't pay. If I was carrying a bucket of water out there like one of those many, right? If I was carrying that, I would get, what do they do when they get a touchdown? Right? I'd be smacking them off. But because I come here and tell the truth, it doesn't pay. I just got to be honest with you. Doesn't pay. People don't want to pay for the truth. Now, that being said, I'm your host, BKP, and I want to show you something, all right? And it was really upsetting. I told you I watched the 2-hour press conference yesterday. Not press conference. I watched the 2-hour what did they call that? What do they call that? Cabinet meeting, right? And so we just went through SNAP, remember? Just went through SNAP, and Republicans have been accused of wanting to starve children to death. So yesterday, now, this morning, listen to this, because you got to listen to the whole thing. MSNBC, they run the story on Brooke Rollins. And yesterday, I have to tell you, out of everything I heard, I heard there's a lot of stuff we're not getting out. VA Secretary Doug Collins gave an amazing report yesterday, really an amazing report that does not make it, past and onto the big screen with the Mockingbird media. So there were several pretty good reports yesterday. And Brooke Rollins, the Secretary of Agriculture, I think may have had the best report with farmers and cost reduction and what the Biden administration's cost on their fertilizer and everything. I think she gave maybe the best 5-minute report around the entire table, Department of Agriculture. But SNAP, feeding the hungry. Now, give me number, we'll find it here. So yesterday, Kathy Hochul is one of the states that have sued the administration because the administration wants your information, the state's information, so they can go through and find waste, fraud, and abuse. And this is the clearest example I could give you. Democrats do not want to participate in any way whatsoever concerning waste, fraud, and abuse. It's like the $1 billion stolen in the Somali community under the watch of Tim Walz, which Donald Trump referred to as being retarded, right? Democrats cannot participate in any way. I had it here yesterday. I had it here just a moment ago, and I'm going to find it because yesterday Kathy Hochul put out, give me number 113, very important. She's from New York. The blue states are pushing back. Here's Governor of New York, Kathy Hochul. Genius. Oh, that's not genius. That's not genius. That's not the word genius. I'm jumping ahead here. Why? Here's a genuine question for you, President Trump. Why is the Trump administration so hell-bent on people going hungry? Now, keep this in mind. Diane, keep that number written down, 113. Now, this is her response, people going hungry. Now, I'm going to show you the MS report, MS Now report concerning this right here. Give me video 9. Listen close.
Welcome back. The Trump administration is threatening to withhold SNAP benefits from recipients in most Democratic-led states starting next week. That's unless state leaders provide information about people receiving that assistance. Just look at what Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins said about this yesterday.
We asked for all the states for the first time to turn over their data to the federal government, to let the USDA partner with them to root out this fraud, to make sure that those who really need food stamps are getting them, but also to ensure that the American taxpayer is protected. 21 states said yes, not surprised. 29 states said yes, not surprisingly, the red states. And that's where all of that data, that fraud comes from. But 21 states, including California, New York, and Minnesota, blue states, continue to say no. So as of next week, we have begun and will begin to stop moving federal funds into those states until they comply and they tell us and allow us to partner with them to root out this fraud and to protect the American taxpayer.
22 states and the District of Columbia previously sued over this request for information. It was initially made in February, and a federal judge barred the administration from collecting that data, at least for now. In response to Rollins, Democratic New York Governor Kathy Hochul took to social media, simply writing,
why is Trump administration hell-bent on people going hungry? Now, keep in mind, Minnesota, right? Minnesota, where the Somali community, billions of dollars stolen, they were supposed to feed children, right? This NGO, right? Is it this nonprofit? COVID money. They were supposed to feed children. You got California, Minnesota, and New York. They don't want you to look and hear these lefties running cover as though, they want to turn over the data and they're going to stop sending the money. Now, here's what I want you to listen to. Diane, I think it's 3 minutes and 30 seconds, video 2. Listen to Brooke Rollins' full statement on this, the full statement, not just what is getting rolled out by the blue state media. Go ahead.
Trajectory of private property rights, but especially as it has to do with our farmers and ranchers and our rural communities, changes everything for our country. And then the third thing, we have so much great things to talk about at USDA, but the third thing, which became very much a part of the national conversation during the Democrat shutdown, was SNAP reform, food stamp reform. When all of America saw what so many of us know and have been working on, but when you have so much rampant fraud in a program that 42 million Americans participate in, now a big good piece of news that I hope is written about, since you became president, about 800,000 of those 42 million have moved off of food stamps, which is hopefully the plan with better jobs, higher wages, etc. But still, when we found 186,000 dead people's Social Security numbers being used, 500,000 people receiving benefits more than twice. We had a couple of people receiving benefits in 6 states. In February of this year, we asked for all the states for the first time to turn over their data to the federal government, to let the USDA partner with them to root out this fraud, to make sure that those who really need food stamps are getting them, but also to ensure that the American taxpayer is protected. 21 states said yes, not surprised. 29 states said yes, not surprisingly, the red states. And that's where all of that data, that fraud comes from. But 21 states, including California, New York, and Minnesota, blue states, continue to say no. So as of next week, we have begun and will begin to stop moving federal funds into those states until they comply and they tell us and allow us to partner with them to root out this fraud and to protect the American taxpayer. As Joe Biden was working to buy an election a year ago, he increased food stamp program funding by 40%. So now as we continue to roll that back. So the partnership in Making America Healthy Again is also in food stamps, but a lot of what Bobby and I are doing together.
I have to tell you, I listened to every report yesterday, and some of them were so boring. They just regurgitated things they've said before. Brooke Rollins, to me, had the best report yesterday of any of them. And I was like, okay. And I do this on purpose. I watched the 2 hours of the cabinet meeting, and I say, okay, what are they going to spin? What are they going to spin over here tomorrow? And, now go back to, right, the taxpayer. Never think doing right by the taxpayers is a Democrat motive. It's never a Democrat motive. And give me video 9 once again now. Now watch video 9 in a whole new light.
Welcome back. The Trump administration is threatening to withhold SNAP benefits from recipients in most Democratic-led states starting next week. That's unless state leaders provide information about people receiving that assistance. Just look at what Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins said about this yesterday.
We asked for all the states for the first time to turn over their data to the federal government, to let the USDA partner with them to root out this fraud, to make sure that those who really need food stamps are getting them, but also to ensure that the American taxpayer is protected. 21 states said yes, not surprised. 29 states said yes, not surprisingly, the red states. And that's where all of that data, that fraud comes from. But 21 states, including California, New York, and Minnesota, the blue states, continue to say no. So as of next week, we have begun and will begin to stop moving federal funds into those states until they comply and they tell us and allow us to partner with them to root out this fraud and to protect the American taxpayer.
22 states and the District of Columbia previously sued over this request for information. It was initially made in February, and a federal judge barred the administration from collecting that data, at least for now. In response to Rollins, Democratic New York Governor Kathy Hochul took to social media, simply writing.
So I have two things I want to say to the childrens out there, the childrens, the childrens. I want to say to you, for those of you that blame me, my generation, ones that may be a little older than I am, that you blame this on us. You see, what you just watched on the deep state corporate corrupt media, that's all we would ever get. We knew that. Right? Rush was the first one to be able, not by video, but to start taking this and showing people what they left off. We did not intend for this to happen. You see, years ago, this is what we got on the nightly news. This is what we got, and we had no way. And I have to tell you, yesterday, I don't like Google in so many terms. I don't like some of this stuff. But when I watched this morning, I was able to go boom to X. Elon Musk. I was watching this morning. I was like, I knew that. I went to X, grabbed it, boom, side by side. No talk on Biden administration increasing 40%. Nothing on the 800,000 that are off of SNAP, right? Nothing about 186,000 dead people that are drawing SNAP benefits. Nope. Nothing about 500K. No. And then nothing about individuals drawing in 6 different states. 6 different states. Nothing. Not a word. No one talks about it. All they want to do is say, hell-bent on people going hungry, and then they have deep state corporate corrupt Mockingbird media all over that will carry this narrative for them and make it sound like, oh, really? They want you to turn over your data and find illegals and fraud, waste, fraud, and abuse. Never think for 1 minute. Now, I got my problems with Republicans. Oh, hell, do I ever have my problems with my Republicans. But never think for 1 minute that Democrats want to cut waste, want to find fraud, and have a problem with abuse, and last but not least, care who came into this country, no matter what damage they cause, what life is lost, and what happens. And no time do they care. And keep in mind, this is California for the most part, Minnesota, right? Where, as Trump refers to him, the retard governor lives. That Trump said it. I didn't say it. I did not say it, Mom. I didn't say it. Trump did. And New York, where the governor, what are you, stupid? Sorry. Take a break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
Just checking things out. So, hi, how are you? 9:02 a.m. 9:02 a.m. I want to. I mean, you know, if the whole thing of being a spinning records, like the old days of spinning records, if that wasn't a thing of the past, I think that's the next job I would do. But yeah, I want to do another job and then another job and then another job. I think I can get 3 more jobs in before I check out. I don't know. I'd like to be a DJ. And we're back. We're back live. 9:02 a.m., 12/3/2025. I am your host, BKP, and you're watching BKP Politics on Voice of Rural America, where we spin the latest, greatest, best tunes in America. Wolfman Jack. All right, so, hi, Diane. Now, yesterday, we had a special election. We'll talk about that in a minute. But first, the boat. So I asked the question earlier because I asked the question earlier in the program, much earlier. So you could start responding, and you have. Now, yes, the President of the United States has legal counsel. Yes, he does. He has legal counsel. And in that legal counsel, they hopefully, President Trump and Pete Hegseth have had meetings, and they've had meetings, and they have wise legal counsel on what they could legally do as far as blowing these boats out of the water. And I think what Pete and Trump or someone should do is talk to the American people. This is what I think. See, I think early on, and I'm not going to attack President Trump, and I'm not here to do that, but I think early on the president should have used a very clear opportunity to communicate with the American people. Not MAGA, not the right, the American people, all American people. And I think he should have asked for airtime at 9 p.m. and said, about 6 minutes, and said to the American people, we've closed the border. You asked us to close the border. It is closed. the drug flow from the border has a new direction. We have reports and we have evidence from captured boats that these boats are running in the Pacific, in the Atlantic, in the Caribbean, whatever, and they are bringing drugs in a new route, and we have evidence of that. We are going to eradicate that. We're not allowing it to come into this country. Just address the American people. You don't have to give them the war plan, anything like that. Number 47. But we started blowing them out of the water. Now, you and I, let's not have an argument, okay? Because I can see the lights going off on both of my devices here and emails. Let's not have an argument, illegal, legal, okay? There are rules of engagement. Let's not have that argument. But apparently, if you blow up a boat, this is what they say, and you have narco terrorists on there, and they may be dragging drugs underneath. They keep saying, well, we can't see the drug. They may be dragging them under the boat. Very good comment that was made. But let's just say every bit of that's true. What they continue to say that if the kill strike, if there's any survivors and they are surrendering or they're stranded at sea, you're not supposed to say, oh, there's two ants, step on them. That's what we understand. So you'll hear what they call double tap, meaning we didn't get them all. And that is where there's a thin line. Now, I'm going to go through graphics and show you, because yesterday, again, I watched the cabinet meeting and I heard Pete. I heard what he said. I heard what the president said. But then again, don't forget, Pete and all of Trump's administration have found the coziest places over at Fox News. So this is the Washington Post. After decades in combat, a SEAL suddenly comes under scrutiny. This is Admiral Frank Bradley. He seems to be the guy they're putting forward. Hegseth says he did not see survivors of boat attack clinging to wreckage. All right. I didn't see that. Would that be covering your keister meester? I'm just saying. 54, Pentagon's internal Signalgate review is sent to Congress. So remember Signalgate. Remember that? You thought that was over? You thought that was over. It's sent to Congress. They want Pete out. They want to go into the midterms with Trump having his own casualties in the cabinet. Now, I don't know what President Trump will do, but I know the efforts here are all hands on deck. This is from Judge Napolitano. This is from Fox. This is Newsmax. I'm not joking. This is all hands on deck to get rid of Pete Hegseth right now. It's coming from all directions, not just NBC or ABC or stupid reporters. Nope. Signalgate. 57. Hegseth says he did not see survivors of the scrutinized strike on alleged drug vessel, right? I didn't see that. I didn't see that, right? Go ahead and give me this is the Washington Post. I think the other one was the Telegraph overseas. I had that wrong. 66. Here's the Washington Post. That was the Daily Telegraph over in England. The other one. Hegseth citing fog of war. It's the fog of war. I mean, you can't see everything. Says he learned of survivors hours after the strike. He learned there were survivors. Just saying. Then we have, wow, we've got Russian stuff. We've got so much stuff, I can't get to all of it. Now give me $99. Judge Napolitano, right? Judge Napolitano, this is an act of a war crime. I remember when Judge Napolitano's husband died. I mean, allegedly his husband. Did you know that? Did you know that? Just saying. He's up there at Sussex County, New Jersey. Sussex County, New Jersey. Now, I don't know this for a fact. Just saying. Sources say a coffee shop owner up there in Sussex County, New Jersey, way up there, said that he came in a coffee shop and cried for a long time, upset. Just saying. I'm just saying. I just threw it out there. I don't know why I do this stuff. All right, Judge Napolitano, 100, right? Here they are. Morning Joe over on Fox News, 102. 103. You do not like them, but they're carrying the water for someone. Hegseth tries to distance himself from the boat strike. The healthcare crisis. We've got that to deal with. Give me number. That's the Costco. I just want to show you that CNN is in on this also. Here you go, 132. I showed you this yesterday. Fox News is in on it. There is Brett Hume. And $148, remember this? And then 151, right? Chain reaction. These six set it up. Remember, it was a setup. CNN, 156, White House Hegseth shift responsibility for double tap strike. Here's the Admiral, 157. They're all in on it, folks. Every network. 158. U.S. lawmakers launch bipartisan second strike investigation. 159. Here's the Admiral. 161. CNN. 162. Concerns over the double tap. Right? And here's the Admiral, 171 at 5 a.m. this morning. And we'll leave it at that. I think that's it. ABC, I want to show you everybody's in on it. 183, here's ABC this morning at 4:03 a.m. Trump lands strike could begin very soon. This was the Venezuela comment. Now, let's play some videos. Video 5.
I didn't know about the second strike. I didn't know anything about people. I wasn't involved in it. I knew they took out a boat. But I would say this, they had a strike. I hear the gentleman that was in charge of that is extraordinary. He's an extraordinary person.
I watched that first strike live. As you can imagine, at the Department of War, we got a lot of things to do. So I didn't stick around for the hour and 2 hours, whatever, where all the sensitive site exploitation digitally occurs. So I moved on to my next meeting.
That's President Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth yesterday, both distancing themselves from a deadly boat strike in the Caribbean that's drawing widespread backlash.
Now, I didn't record it, but same exact opening on CNN. Same thing. Same thing. Pete said, I didn't stick around. I mean, it's an hour or two. I didn't stick around. Do you not realize I have a lot to do? Let's go with the next one. Video 6.
I did not personally see survivors, but I stand, because the thing was on fire. It was exploded and fire and smoke. You can't see anything. You got digital. This is called the fog of war.
But that explanation sounded a lot different from what Hegseth said the day after this strike in early September. Watch.
I can tell you that was definitely not artificial intelligence. I watched it live. We knew exactly who was in that boat. We knew exactly what they were doing, and we knew exactly who they represented. And that was Tren de Aragua, a narco-terrorist organization designated by the United States, trying to poison our country with illicit drugs.
So, which one?
I'm telling you right now, as angry as you may be, I have the tape. I've told you for years. Fox News is in on it. They're in on it. They lay the groundwork. Why Trump and this administration went, do you realize that people are so hungry for the truth of what's going on that if Trump would have told this entire cabinet, no Fox News. Nope. No, we're not going there. You understand? But no, they did. And it will bite them. This won't be the only time. Fox News will bite his administration in the ass over and over and over. Give me video 7.
As far as the attack is concerned, I didn't, I still haven't gotten a lot of information because I rely on Pete. But to me, it was an attack. It wasn't one strike, 2 strikes, 3 strikes. Somebody asked me a question about the second strike. I didn't know about the second strike. I didn't know anything about people. I wasn't involved in it. I knew they took out a boat. But I would say this, they had a strike. I hear the gentleman that was in charge of that is extraordinary. He's an extraordinary person. I'll let Pete speak about him. But Pete was satisfied. Pete didn't know about second attack having to do with 2 people. And I guess Pete would have to speak to it. I can say this. I want those boats taken out. And if we have to, we'll attack on land also, just like we attack on sea.
Just saying. Pete didn't know there was 2 people. I didn't know there was 2 people. I'm telling you right now, I get it. I'm on your side. Yes, this is not John Brennan. No. This is not Clapper. No. This is not Christopher Wray. No, we can't get them. Right? No. This is not James Comey. No. The list goes on, right? This is not Andrew McCabe. No. This is not Peter Strzok or whatever his name is, and Lisa Page's girlfriend getting insurance. No, it's none of that. It's not Russia. No. And on the auto pen, could you please back off the whole auto pen thing because it's going nowhere, all right? But God knows this right here will be treated for you children's out there. For the children's out there, this will be treated like Watergate. It will. I'm just telling you, if Trump loses the midterms and Democrats take control, They're laying the groundwork. This will get treated like Watergate. Now, I'm going to go one more. This is really going to upset you. And then we got to start getting ready for the Georgia hour, because I'm going to tell you there's two things here. Video 11.
Drugs. So since he knew exactly what was going on, he will know, as the Washington Post reported, the boat was not hit once. It was not hit twice. It was not hit 3 times. It was hit 4 times when he knew exactly, according to his own words, the day after the event, what happened that day off the coast of Venezuela. 2 of those strikes, I'm sure the Secretary of Defense knows,
little boat,
were to kill the crew, and twice more to sink the boat, according to 4 people familiar with the operation. So again, as usual, every day he comes out and every day he says something that is more in conflict with what he said the day before.
But as both the president and Secretary Hegseth deny ever knowing about the second strike, members of Congress are continuing to voice their concerns.
The second, third, and fourth strike. You're telling your friends on Fox and Friends.
Well,
which is why they call it Fox and Friends.
I love Pete.
Telling your friends at Fox and Friends, you know exactly what was going. You know exactly who was on that. You knew exactly about that. You were there. You were the man. Okay, man. You were there. You admitted. You knew everything about 4 strikes. Are you telling me there was a first strike and then you said, I'm going to go up to my office and play Parcheesi? I'm bored with this. No, you stayed there for the 4 strikes. You know you did. So now you're saying, oh, Fargo war, Fargo. I don't, 1 strike, 4 strikes. It's a Fargo. No. You told everybody, you told America the morning after the attack. You knew everything about it. You were there. You saw it yourself.
I'm just saying, Fox and Friends, right? Over at Fox and Friends. And Minka said, we like Pete. Is that Peter Ducey? We like Pete over at Fox and Friends, right? Why would you show me those 2? Why would you show me? They're meaningless. They have no power. Let me tell you something. Do not forget, all right? Do not forget that these people right here, 99, don't forget these 2 people went to Mar-a-Lago and they met with President Trump-elect. They went to Mar-a-Lago. Now, I don't know, but were they given their role? Were they given the lane that they're going to run? Because nothing's ever said about them. But they carry a lot of water, and Fox lays the groundwork, and I showed you that. Okay, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we've got to talk about Tennessee 7, because I'm going to show you a couple things in Tennessee 7 that you have to be concerned about. You do have to be concerned about. Take a break.
Days Chevrolet in Jasper. It's last call. Your last chance to save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss this last call and save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, We can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Hi, Diane. Diane, I just emailed you a graphic. I know you might not have see it in your email. I just emailed you a graphic that I would like for you to pull up and post as soon as you can. Yesterday, and I don't want to spend too much time on this because we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'll hold some things over. We'll talk about it tomorrow on the program. But the fund that's being put together for your children. Hey, you remember the teacher in school that you thought had eyes in the back of her head? Never the guys, right? Wasn't a man teacher. Maybe it was a male teacher, but my teacher must have eyes. The robot will. Yeah, the robot will have eyes in the back of its head. Yes. Yeah, it'll have a 360. So when it's at the chalkboard, just joking. So anyhow, according to, this is Getty Images, so we wanted to put up so we can make sure that the watermark and they get credit, right? Mark gets credit. But apparently this is the Dells. And they put billions of dollars yesterday, major announcement yesterday into the kids fund. And we'll talk about that. But this is going all over social media. I just want to pull this up briefly. Give me 177, right? I want to go into the actual. Can you go back to the other picture you just had? And now go there. It's all over the internet because I wanted to check. And there's people that actually have made comments saying, like, give me 79. Wow. And then 87. Wow. I mean, I watched their announcement. And then as soon as we get 87, wow. 81. Right, 81. Senator Ted Cruz yesterday. All right, so take that down. We'll talk about that tomorrow on the program. It's just like, wow, okay. I don't know what we were trying to prove there. I don't know. Just so yesterday we had Tennessee 7, and we know that a lot of money was spent there to hold on. We did not think at any time that Tennessee 7 would go Democrat, but there was some polling said it was tight. So let's go with 48. I want to show you a couple things. Here's 48. Here is the 53.9. So 5, 6, 7, just about. Now, here's what's important. I want you to look at, and I'll show you a little closer here in a minute, right? Look at the blue of Nashville. Now, this is important for a couple reasons, and we're going to talk about this in the Georgia Hour. But this is a 22. This is a 22. Now, go to 49. All right. This is a 49. Right there. And you can see a little closer Nashville, right? Very blue. Now, here's the comparison. You might not be able to see it on the bottom. The margin is 9. And before you come up with all these reasons, we're talking politics. In 2024, it was R plus 21, and Trump is R plus 22. So this shrunk from November a year ago, a little over a year, with turnout and margin. This shrunk from R22 to R9. Right? 13? 13 plus 9 is 22. Am I correct on that? So this shrunk 13 points. All right? Just saying. But it's important. Look at Nashville. Then look at Franklin, Dixon, and Clarksville. Now, Franklin, Dixon, and Clarksville's very light pink. All right, now go to here, I got a better one, 50. Now, I'm going to tell you, I want you to look at this, and I'm going to show it again at the Georgia Hour, for the simple reason is Nashville, nowhere near as big as Atlanta, is bleeding out into this district, much like the 11th district. The 11th district in Cherokee County, there in our state of Georgia, there's precincts that have flipped blue. So this is an example, and I'm going to show you this, 51. All of the counties have moved, right, since 2024. Montgomery County moved 10 points blue. Davidson, that's where Davidson is that where Nashville is? 20 points blue. Williamson, 7.1. You can see the blue shift, right? Now, video 1, this is CNN last night. John King, CNN, video 1.
We are seeing something that at the moment suggests the Republican might hold on to win. Matt Van Epps has just taken the lead. I'll explain why in a minute. And if you look through the map, you could see a progression to where Matt Van Epps can hold on. I can also give you a scenario, though, where the Democrat Afton Bain wins. But the fact that we're talking about this race at 9 o'clock at night in the East on this night, a special election, tells you everything you need to know. Republicans are going to be nervous even if they win this seat, because Matt Van Epps is leading this race right now, but by less than a point. Less than a point, Caitlin. Let's just say he stretches that out a little bit, right? Okay. But just a little more than a year ago, on quaint little day, November 2024, Election Day, Mark Green, the former incumbent in this congressional district, won it by 22 points. The man who sits in the White House, Donald Trump, won it by 22 points. So to your point about Democratic overperformance, or you might call it Republican underperformance, as we watch what has happened this year in Virginia, in New Jersey, in Pennsylvania, in Mississippi, in Georgia, and elsewhere, in special elections and big statewide elections, Democrats are coming out to vote. The Republican coalition is not performing. And here tonight in Tennessee, again, Republicans may well hold this seat. But tomorrow, imagine, Mark Green won this by 22 points. Matt Van Epps might win it inside of single digits somewhere. If you are a Republican anywhere else in America who comes from a district Donald Trump carried by, say, 12, maybe even 15 points, you're thinking, yesterday I didn't think I was vulnerable next year. Maybe I better think about that again. So it changes the battlefield, the map, for the midterm elections potentially. It could also, Caitlin, change a lot of conversations between Republicans and the Trump White House about those Obamacare subsidies, about what do we do next time a government shutdown prospect comes up, about how do we vote on things Trump wants to do that maybe the people in my district don't like. So the margin here tonight matters. Even if the Republicans hold on, if it's that narrow margin, then it's going to cause jitters in the Republican Party. And just want to check on Davidson County and Nashville. Only half of the vote in here. So I'm speaking as if Matt Van Epps is going to win. That is my read when you look through the map. But we still have a lot of votes to count. And there is a mathematical possibility if they have huge turnout in the Nashville area. We need to wait and look at those votes.
Okay. Now, what's important about that is it changes the narrative with the White House. I don't care what anybody says. These people are all about their political career. Right? Now, let's go with video 3.
Running from Trump is how you lose. Running with Trump is how you win.
The head of the Republican National Committee says the win last night makes it clear voters do not want, quote, far-left candidates who hate the very people they claim to represent. Still, this race was closer than many expected, and one analysis found Republicans currently hold about 100 congressional seats in districts that are less red than Tennessee's 7th. Hannah.
Less red than Tennessee's 7th. Less red. Democrats come out to vote. They come out to vote. Trump will not be on the ballot in 2026. Yesterday, Scott Bessent said, and others, that 2026 is our year. It's a year the economy is going to just go and be roaring gangbusters. It's the year that all the naysayers are going to be like, wow, we didn't know this was coming. It's going to be our year. And that's what we have to have because Democrats are coming out. Now, that's a 9-point. No matter what you argue right now, that is a 9-point race. 9-point race. And it was a 22. And what I want, give me number 49, Diane. Now, that being said, we'll talk about Somalia tomorrow. I need to talk about Somalia. Now, let me tell you what Republicans have to deal with. They have to deal with insurance, all right? And I very seldom do I ever I don't think I can remember any time I took the Dingle from Michigan, serious enough to put on this program. But give me number, let's go with this right here. Pretty sure it's 110. Chances dwindling for renewal of healthcare subsidies, risking premium spikes for millions. Give me video 10.
That people's insurance from their employment, the employment-based insurance from companies, the embassies, the General Motors, has also gone sky high. And I have people telling me every week, I can't afford it next year. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Because all these facets of the market.
This is not the ACA. This is not the ACA. You heard what the Dingle said, and I don't think I've ever put the Dingle on here. I don't think so. But I'm listening out of my ear, and I'm thinking, whoa, wait. She's right. Small businesses cannot continue. They want to crush small business. They want to complete the extinction of mom and pop small business. They do. You take a small business, they own a bagel shop. I don't know why we picked a bagel, because I'm in the mood for a bagel and a schmear. I want a schmear and a bagel, yes. Just saying, right? But anyhow, throw some French onion on there. Boom, yes, I want a nice bagel. Pork roll, egg and cheese on a hard roll, salt, pepper, ketchup. I don't know why I'm ordering breakfast, but a little mom and pop shop, 7-8 people working this morning, cannot buy insurance. Can't do it. Big corporations are like, we cover our employees, but guess what? They're going to tack it onto the price of your car. They're going to tack it onto the price of your furniture, everything. It's a disaster. They got to deal with it, and it will be something that's going to crush everyday people in America, no matter your economic status. It will crush people. Now, tomorrow I want to talk about, give me number 63. Just want to throw this out here. This is happening all over America, and the reason I want to bring this up because too many people look at they look at big cities and Dearborn, Michigan, and Chicago and things like that. When Hoover Planning and Zoning, this is in Alabama. Hoover Planning and Zoning to recommend City Council deny Islamic Academy of Alabama and Muslim Prayer Center zoning request. Yes, give me 64. And right there you go, right? The Hoover Planning and Zoning has voted to forward a request for the Islamic Academy of Alabama and Muslim Prayer Center with a recommendation to deny it. Go read that. Now, the other one, give me number 40. I keep asking. I'll show you in a minute. Putin aides say there's a lot of work after useful U.S. talks as dictator announces he is ready for war with Europe. Europe is not involved. 62. They are not in the negotiations. They're very upset. I'll just throw this out here for you. All right? Europe is very upset that they're not in. If Europe starts a war with Russia soon, there will be no one left to negotiate with. I want to put this up here, and then we're going to take a break and go for the Georgia Hour. Get ready for the Georgia Hour. I had it here a moment ago. Where's it at? Hang tight. Give me 56. I keep asking, why is Jared Kushner there, right? Why is he there? And here you go. I think I have it right here. Come on, BKP. I know you can do it. I know you can pull this out. You had it this morning. They're over in Brussels. And I know I had it this morning in Brussels. Right there, Jared Kushner. Right there, Witkoff and Kushner met Putin for 5 hours yesterday. Maybe he only trusts his son-in-law. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I'm going to find this one I want. I may not be able to find it. They were over in Brussels yesterday, and I've got to get ready for the Georgia Hour, but I had one here that showed, it's very irritating to me that the leadership is over in Brussels. I'm going to scan one more time. If I don't find it, we'll get out. All right, we'll deal with this at a later time because I can't find it right now. I'm your host, BKP, back at 10, the Georgia Hour. The Georgia Hour back at 10. Diane, take a break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, it's last call. Your last chance to save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss this last call and save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Divorce is tough, but your finances don't have to be. I'm David Cross, and I'm a certified divorce financial analyst practitioner. My job is to help you get a fair financial settlement in your divorce and to guide you to smarter money decisions. Find out how we can help you. U.S. Asset Management. It's your money and your future.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
Days Chevrolet in Jasper. It's last call. Your last chance to save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss this last call and save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
Good Wednesday morning. I have to check. Good Wednesday morning. I am your host, BKP. It is time for the Georgia Hour. It is 12/3/2025. Brought to you by voiceofruralamerica.com. And Diane, I sent you, as you are probably shocked. Yes, you're probably shocked, Diane. I sent you a graphic during the break. Sent you a graphic. Now, we're going to talk politics. I'm going to show you a couple things. This hour is a very pay attention kind of hour. I say that being very nice. We're not being ugly. All right. But this is a pay attention kind of hour. Now, first, I'm going to show you something. And it's happening in Georgia. And one of the major problems we have is we're all over the map in our state. If you're tuning in, if you're from out of state, we have, and I'm not going to go into any other state at this time, but we have, give me number one. We have an SHI asterisk storm brewing. We just do here in Georgia. We have no leadership. We have no leadership in our party. Our Georgia Republican Party has absolutely no leadership. The chairman of the Georgia Republican Party is all over the map. He's so scattered. There's no focus. There's really not. And this is not an attack. This is my concern. And I'm offering and have offered over and over to get this thing where it needs to be. Because if you're out there and you're hearing this conversation, or the warning signals are coming up, and the discussion is amongst your party, your local party, could you let me know if your chairman, Josh McCoon, is sending out emails, if your first vice chair, if anyone, if they're not just out being self-celebrities, as I call them, at different things, and concerned about their self and their next move in their career, could you let me know? And I'm serious, because I'm going to show you why. I have said for years, because I study this. I don't just come on here and bloviate. I don't just come on here and yell at a microphone. I've been accused of all that. I've studied this for years, and I have fact. Now, I think it's about 61% of the Republican vote comes in Georgia, north of Atlanta. Now, we love our good friends, absolutely love our good friends in South Georgia. We do. In fact, the entire state, west, east side, west side, everyone is coming down. North Georgia, South Georgia. South Georgia is extremely red, but there's a lot of blueberry fields. There's a lot of pine trees. There's a lot of pecans, depending where you come from. There's a lot of stuff going on between voters down there. Very red, but not the population. North of Atlanta is where the population is at. Now, the other thing is, for Republicans, Democrats know that. And they have edged their way into North Georgia in areas like Woodstock, Canton, Blue Ridge, Blairsville, Jasper, Calhoun, Cartersville. You want to keep going? I can keep going all day. They have edged their way in north of Atlanta because they know all they have to do is scrape away at a couple votes and a percent here and there. Now, I'm going to show you this so we can move along, because I'm going to be open about this on every candidate, no matter what. So yesterday, I'm going to show you this Tennessee just for a reason. So yesterday we have Congressional District 7. Give me number 48. Now, the reason I want to put this up, Tennessee 7 yesterday, we have and have had in the past some R plus 22. You see, in the 9th district, we have Gainesville. We have that little Gwinnett pocket coming in, right? 14th district, they sliced out a little bit of that nice, boom, Cobb County. We have diluted our districts in Georgia. This guy won by 9 points. Now, here's what I'm going to show you. Stay with me. It's going to be relevant. I promise everything is going to be relevant. Because I'm going to offer not attacking. I'm going to offer to go to Republican Party meetings and help you and work with you. I know I just got people like Sally Grubhub and people like that. Oh, the arrogance. It's not arrogant. I've done it in the past and they know that, and people out there know that I will work with any county Republican Party one-on-one in any way I can. Now, give me number 49. Moving right along. Now, what I want to show you is because I'm going to talk about Georgia District 11. I'm going to show you some things. I'm going to talk about Georgia District 14 that is open with Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm going to talk about Georgia District 9 where Andrew Clyde has primary opponents. And I'm going to talk about the Democrats overall knowing and studying other states. And I'm going to talk about the fact that Democrats just handed us, Republicans, our ass in 2 statewide PSC races. I'm going to talk about it. Now, as you can see here, this district in Tennessee went +9. In 24, the House margin was a +21. In 24, the presidential margin was a +22. So I want you to absorb, this is a pay attention moment. Trump on the ballot, not on the ballot. People coming out to vote. Democrats coming out to vote. So now, last night in the 7th in Tennessee, this is the Georgia hour, we shifted an R22 to an R9 right here. Look at this district. Now, 50, because this district looks like a couple districts in Georgia. And that's what we're getting to. I promise. I promise we're getting here. Now, Nashville is blue, right? Because George Jones is dead. Nashville is blue because Ernest Tubb in the record shop is dead. Nashville is blue. Right? We know what happened to Nashville. But look at the surrounding areas of Nashville. Nashville's nowhere near the size of Atlanta. Look at Franklin County, Dickinson County. That's Davidson County where Nashville is. And then look at Clarksville. So what I'm telling you is look at these other counties. And they are in a position where these really red counties have to overcome to win a district. Now, give me right here. Now, look at that bleeding out. Bleeding out. Give me number 184. And I want to show you this for a reason because we're going to keep going. Now, this is the 11th district of Georgia. All right. And the 11th District of Georgia is represented. It's represented by Barry Loudermilk. Barry Loudermilk is as milquetoast as Barry Loudermilk's name. Okay. Period. He's going to be as conservative as he has to pretend to be in Washington, D.C. for the leadership. So if leadership changes, he doesn't have to pretend to be as conservative as leadership requires. That's my opinion of Barry Loudermilk. And there's a strong primary opponent. But here's what I want to show you. Now, you see Calhoun, Adairsville, Cartersville, Holly Springs, Woodstock, Marietta, right? You see Canton. See that? Now, this is a district coming up out of Atlanta, and this is Bartow County, Calhoun County, Pickens County in the top, Woodstock, Cherokee County. There's reports already of Cherokee County, come right up through here, right? Come right up 75. You see that Woodstock, Holly Springs, Canton, boom, 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 right out of Atlanta. There's several Republican precincts, voting precincts in Cherokee County that have flipped blue. Several. So just put that, pay attention today, put that on there. Several in this district have already flipped blue. Yes. Now, take that down. So, let me show you something. I don't know of another seat in Congress. I'm going to show you some facts. All right. I'm going to put them all together here today. I don't know of another seat in Congress in the United States that is a freebie. I'm going to show you some serious power, some serious juice, whether you like it or not. And that's Brian and Marty Kemp. They're like TV evangelists. Brian and Marty Kemp, right? Tammy and Jim, Marty and Brian Kemp, the king and queen. Now, I'm going to put this for a reason, because this is going to mushroom out. I predict that President Trump, before I get there, remember this right here. Oh, did I forget to move this over? Maybe I did. Let me see if I have this. I guess I didn't move it over. But don't forget the handshake that Brian Kemp and Donald Trump in Valdosta, Georgia. Don't forget, this is number 3. Give me number 3. So let's talk. Give me 7 and then 3. Sorry, Diane. Don't forget about the handshake, because I'm going to show you something here that's going to lay something out for you. This is the handshake. Remember? This is in Valdosta, Georgia. This is where Brian Kemp and Donald Trump met, and they made a deal. Whether you like it or not, they made a deal. Now, let me show you the power. Number 3. You ready for the power? I have told you my speculation of what happened, right? Is Mike Collins shared well in advance with Brian Kemp that he was going to run for Senate. That's my speculation, that he shared it. Because everything was laid out. We'll get into that later. My strong opinion is that when Mike Collins shared with Brian Kemp that he was going to run for U.S. Senate, that's the congressman from the 10th District, Brian Kemp never shared with him, I'm going to put somebody in the race to stab you in the back. So it was a peace offering. And I do think Mike Collins, the congressman from the 10th District, was absolutely shocked when he got a phone call from Brian Kemp saying, I'm not going to back you. I'm putting someone else in the race. And now Brian Kemp's working to get Derek Dooley the endorsement. Now, here's what concerns me with these two. And I've told you every single race in Georgia, they are running the lane on the Republican side that no one will break and everyone's afraid of. Take that down. If you can give me an open congressional seat in America that no one is getting in the race, will you send it to me? Now, the reason I'm bringing this up today, and we're going to go right into, we're going to go right into the power these people have and how they flip people around. 14th District of Georgia, right? Marjorie Taylor Greene's not going to run. What do we have now? Do we have 6? Do we have 6 Republicans in the race now? Are we up to 6 Republicans in that race? Open seat. 1st District of Georgia. 1st District of Georgia, Buddy Carter. Not running again. Congressional District 1 in Georgia. 1st District. What do we got? 5 Republicans in that race? How in the world in this race here, now the 10th District of Georgia, when Jody Hice, Congressman Jody Hice, stepped away, remember this, when Congressman Jody Hice stepped away, right, to run for Secretary of State, give me number 83. Going to be a lot of facts here today. Mike Collins, right? Vernon Jones, Tim Barr, Paul Brown, Dave Curry, Alan Sims, Mark McMain, Mitchell Swain, right? Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candidates in this race. And don't forget, Mike Collins did not get Trump's endorsement. Vernon Jones got Trump's endorsement. Right? Now, is that 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 84. The runoff. Okay? Everybody got behind Mike Collins and he won easily in the runoff against Vernon Jones, again endorsed by Donald Trump. Now, that being said, 82. Brian, I have to say Brian and Marty Kemp because they're not allowed to do anything. He's not allowed to do anything. State lawmaker Houston Gaines explains why he's running for Congress. What I'd like to have explained is why the 10th District, an open seat, because Mike Collins is running for Senate, he got a free ride. Now that's power, Jack. That's power and privilege. Now, Brian Kemp, this is Athens. This is Athens, right? Brian and Marty Kemp live in Athens. And Houston Gaines, state representative, right? He was out in front and put $1 million together well in advance of Mike Collins getting in the Senate race. The Kemps, my understanding, that's my understanding. The Kemps and the team, right, put everything together for the guy well in advance. Even to the point when Mike Collins told Brian Kemp in advance to help him out, I'm running for Senate, but you don't say anything. And when I get ready to run for Senate, maybe you help me. Oh, yeah. This is the 10th district. This is of Georgia. This is the dirtiest damn deal in America. Now, I didn't tell you I disliked the guy. I don't know. But the congressional seat was given to him. The deal was done. Seat was given to him. Now, that's power, Jack. That's power. Now, in Georgia, I just want to show you that. I mean, it's like, are you people waking up now? So, right here, number 15, we have this guy right here. He flipped, right? He flipped. This is power, right? Power. John Fredericks. I'm not calling him power, but the Godzilla bullshit. He's right on board with Derek Dooley. And he's on board with Brian Kemp. And here's the power, number 2. Feel the power, right? Remember, we feel the power. That's what the Kemp should do. They should do a commercial. And they got this guy supporting this guy. They got poor little Debbie Doonaster, number 2. Poor little Debbie supporting Brian Kemp. Give me number 3. I just want to lay out feel the power. As Marty would say, pray and feel the power. Feel the power. I'm just telling you. It is, wow. It is unreal to me just looking at the 10th district. Now, take that down. I want to show you something else. Now, this is a nice young man. He's not a bad young man. I thought his infatuation, as that's what it called, with the lipstick girl down there in South Georgia. So yesterday morning, give me number 90. No, I don't want that one yet. Hold on there, Diane. Let me see. I might want something else. I think I want to do it this way. So yesterday morning, 33. Give me number 33. Yesterday morning, I was like, okay. Now, I was looking for a word. And several started coming to mind. Panic. Concern. Fear. I mean, I'm like, okay. So yesterday morning, President Donald Trump, he has endorsed Burt Jones for governor. Burt Jones is the lieutenant governor. He has endorsed Burt Jones. Now, he did this back in August for Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones. And that was the Burt Jones campaign. And I always say, I told somebody this the other day, it's not that I don't like Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones. It's just I study politics and I put it out there. And I'm not looking for people to enjoy what I say, but acknowledge what I say to be, I like a good puzzle. Just saying. Now, he got the endorsement. Back in August, really early. for the block, MTG, for the block. Yeah. Now, MTG must be, maybe, there's a couple things happening. Maybe with Brad Raffensperger in the race, Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger in the race, right? And Chris Carr in the race, and the thought, and Clark Dean in the race, because Clark Dean he's got a little cha-ching-ching, the cheddar. He can do that. I don't know what the kids are doing nowadays, right? But he can smack off the digits. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the kids are saying. But that being said, Chris Carr doesn't quite have the money. Raffensperger has the money. Clark Dean has the money. And what if MTG gets in and Burt Jones's campaign is trying to shut this down? So yesterday morning, this comes out about 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 a.m., President Trump, the great Burt Jones has taken a big lead in the polls for governor of Georgia. Why not? He has been a great lieutenant governor. Go Burt, go President Donald J. Trump. Now, I could not find this poll. I couldn't find it. And I'm like, who sent this to Donald Trump? Like, who cropped this out and sent it to Donald Trump and said, hey, is it to block Marjorie? Now, so I started asking around yesterday, could someone send it to me? I even sent a text message, whether you like it or not. I sent a text message to Greg Bluestein because this came out, number 90. This came out. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe Donald Trump, the president, he did this on. And then Burt Jones came out. We are putting the gas pedal to the floor across Georgia. Thank you, real. And he retweeted it. He put it back out. And I'm texting everybody. I'm asking you on the show. I text Greg Bluestein. I say, hey, does the AJC have access? Did you guys do a poll? I mean, I'm anybody and everybody in the state. Did you guys do a poll? So Burt Jones threw this back out. Okay. Now, I probably would with Donald J. Trump. Now, the only thing, this is a nice young man. He's a nice young man. And I say that. Cooper Jacks, number 88. Cooper Jacks. And he is the co-chair or the first vice chair in Walker County, Georgia. I mean, I think he's in college. I think he is, right? Is he 19? I don't know his age, but I think he might be around 18, 19 in college. I think he's first vice chair of Walker County Republican Party. And he's the one that put it out. I'm like, this young man just threw it out on, I think, Facebook, right? Not scientific. And here you go. The results from the 2026 Georgia GOP primary survey are in with 369 responses. U.S. Senate, not shared to page. Okay? Mike Collins, Buddy Carter, Derek Dooley, right? Reagan Box. Now, Reagan Box got 11.2%. Okay, interesting. John McCullum, undecided. Governor, not shared to page. Burt Jones, 47.2. Right? I think that not shared to page missed. Right? Chris Carr, Brad Raffensperger, Clark Dean, Lieutenant Governor, Blake Tillery, Kennedy, David Clark, Greg Dolezal, Steve Gooch, Secretary of State Kelvin King, Tim Fleming, Vernon Jones, Attorney General, School Superintendent. Now, give me number 89. Now, this as you can see the asterisk on the bottom, some candidates shared the poll to campaign pages. They shared the poll on their campaign page, right? So you have shared the page, U.S. Senate, Mike Collins. Reagan Box now jumps up to 27%. Really? Buddy Carter, Derek Dooley. And then you go governor. Burt Jones drops to 39. Ken Yasgur, a very nice guy, jumps up to 17.7. Brad Raffensperger, 6.4, right? Now, keep in mind, now, I like this young man. He's a nice young man. Like I said, I think for several years, he's had quite the infatuated with the red lipstick girl down there in the 1st District, Candace Taylor. Now, you see, go back to 88, and then as you can see on 88, you could see governor not shared the page. Now go with 90. You see that right there? Burt Jones took this. Donald Trump took this. Someone sent this to the President of the United States. Sent this, right? And I had it here a minute. Yes. And 94. DIY, do-it-yourself poll, right? Number 95, President Donald Trump touted a poll Tuesday showing his favorite Republican candidate for governor of Georgia, Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones, with a dominant lead over his rivals. What he didn't mention was the poll was conducted by a young Walker County activist named Cooper Jacks, who readily acknowledged it was by no means professional. Jacks told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution he used political Facebook groups to help him reach 369 Republican voters. I did it out of curiosity, said Jacks of the poll Trump promoted to millions of followers. It's not unusual for Trump to elevate questionable surveys that boost him or his allies, or to rail against fake polls that show the numbers sliding. But his pump up of Jones comes as the lieutenant governor faces mounting pressure inside the GOP. So they're telling you the AJC in November showed Jones with 22, a narrow lead over Brad Raffensperger, 15, and Chris Carr, 7, and 55% undecided in their poll. So when Burt Jones, whoever cropped this out, and I got it. I mean, this is not I'm not knocking Cooper Jacks. Like I say, he's a nice young man. He is. He's a nice young man, and I understand. I see these things all the time. People put up a poll. They'll blast them on several very strong, right-leaning, maybe Republican or conservative Facebook pages. That's why Reagan Box comes up, and she does well in these different polls. I see it all the time. So, hey, look, good for the young man. He got put out there by Donald Trump. Good for Cooper Jacks. But who grabbed that knowing it's not a true sample? Who sent it to Donald J. Trump? Why did Donald J. Trump think that Burt Jones needed a little shot in the arm at 5 o'clock yesterday morning? And why did Burt Jones think he was going to take that and put the pedal to the metal, as they say, and blast it out? Maybe those commercials are damaging to the Jones campaign. Maybe this is a block trying to put something in place before MTG announces she's going to run for governor. I don't know. But it's out there. Let's put that out there. Now, Josh McCoon, chairman, give me number 80. Josh McCoon, chairman of the Georgia Republican Party. All right. Now, Burt Jones, as you can see, we'll follow with Burt Jones. He congratulated Rusty Paul on the Sandy Springs runoff win. Strong leader, strong community, bright future ahead. I think Burt Jones sent Josh McCoon there. That's what I think. Or maybe Brian Kemp sent Josh McCoon there to Sandy Springs last night. But Sandy Springs, congratulations to Rusty Paul on his incredible win tonight of over 70%. Georgians want safe streets and steady leadership. Now, the Georgia Republican Party, some of these people are reeking of desperation very early in the game, as far as I'm concerned. Number 91. Now, Rusty Paul, mayor of Sandy Springs, a lobbyist. Mayor of Sandy Springs, a lobbyist, okay? I can't go into the background very deep. I see I've only got 20 minutes left, and I got a couple more things I want to run through on this. But Rusty Paul, a lobbyist, he won. Brian Kemp did a major fundraiser for him. Governor Brian Kemp did get out the vote for him. This was in the primary. Not last night, I'm talking about in the primary. Okay, big support. He is a Democrat in my eyes. In my eyes, he's a pure Democrat. Republican Rusty Paul says Democrats helped him win as Sandy Springs mayor. Now, number 92, bipartisan blowout. And here's my concern. Someone asked me, I'm having a conversation yesterday, and if you're watching today, you're going to pick up on this very quickly. The reason I'm highlighting Sandy Springs and this right here. Someone asked me yesterday if the Democrats field their candidates, where are the danger zones? And Keisha Lance Bottoms, the former mayor of Atlanta, has a lot of baggage. Okay. So with Keisha Lance Bottoms, the former mayor of Atlanta, I think she is the candidate Republicans can beat. I do. I think Republicans, now depending on who is on the ticket. And the reason I'm going to highlight this word bipartisan blowout, and I'm going to leave this up for a minute, and I looked at the 11th district to begin with, remember, and I started at the 7th district in Tennessee, and I show you the bleed out of Democrats from Nashville, and then I show you the 11th district where Atlanta is creeping north all the way into 14th district, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Andrew Clyde's district, 9th district. I wanted to show you that bleed of a percent or two, right? And this right here, because this is what we have to overcome. Now, a bipartisan blowout. If Keisha Lance Bottom is the Democrat candidate, we could beat Keisha Lance Bottom. Is it that's Republicans? I don't think Chris Carr could beat any Democrat candidate. I think it's going to be very tough for Burt Jones beat any candidate, but he could. And I'll tell you why. Because Burt Jones, if you think the negative ads being run against him now by Republicans in the primary, wait till Democrats get a hold of him. I'm not, hey, this is politics, baby. This is politics. Wait till Democrats get a hold of him. Oh, yeah. The ads you will see. All right. Now, so I think Burt Jones could win, but he will have to abandon his base. He will. He'll have to really, and the base feels abandoned now. They do. I'll look you right in the eye. There's whispers in every room of like, can you tell us what Burt, his MAGA resume? Seriously. I'll look you in the eye. I would tell him that. I like his campaign. I would meet with him and tell him that right to their face. I mean, I'd even write right to their face in cursive in the nicest way. But now, Brad Raffensperger, the bipartisan blowout, Brad Raffensperger, Democrats could come over and vote for Brad Raffensperger against even their candidate. So we will see. But Jason Estevez is a scary candidate. And this right here leads me to believe that if Democrats put Jeff Duncan on, I got to pause. Please give me a minute. If Democrats put Jeff Duncan on the ballot up against a Republican, the damn guy could be your governor. No. Wait a minute. You see, Democrats come home. I started in the 7th district. I showed you that. I showed you 2 PSC races. 7th district, Tennessee. Democrats are coming out to vote. Trump's not on the ballot. Trump is not on the ballot. President Trump has had problems in the past of energizing and telling people who to go vote for. Trump is not batting 1,000 on endorsements. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have people that are Trump supporters that say to me, if Donald J. Trump endorses Derek Dooley for Senate, they will not go vote for Derek Dooley. So let's move back to Jeff Duncan. Will Democrats accept him? Hell yes. You know why? They will come out. They will vote. Not because they like Jeff Duncan, is they will smell the carpet in the governor's office. They will smell the wood floors in the governor's mansion, and they'll come out and do it. In places like Sandy Springs, where you've got Mike, this is a perfect example, where you've got Mike Pence Republicans. I know, easy. Hold it. Grab your heart. Got it? You got Mike Pence Republicans. You got Gabriel Sterling Republicans. Yes. Just saying. Now, I don't know. He can tell me he's running for Secretary of State. But do you think Gabriel Sterling would vote for Burt Jones over... No, wait. Hold on. Hang on. Because I know it's going to mess your ass up. So Gabriel Sterling running for Secretary of State. Now, he would probably vote for Brad Raffensperger if Raffensperger is the candidate. But Gabriel Sterling running for Secretary of State. Ready? The guy that stood up there and basically told Donald Trump, enough's enough. You're going to get somebody hurt. Right? The guy that stood up to Donald Trump. Now, he has a Republican at this time, Jeff Duncan, who stood up to Donald Trump. They both locked arms and stood up against Donald Trump. Duncan went Democrat. So you think Gabriel Sterling, I'm just throwing this out here, and this is my example. You think Gabriel Sterling and that lane, if Burt Jones is on the ballot and Jeff Duncan's on the ballot, that they're going to come out and vote for Burt Jones and not Jeff Duncan? Just saying. Oh, a tangled web we weave. Then there's Marjorie Taylor Greene. Sandy Springs Mayor Rusty Paul never wanted his bid for a fourth term to become a political dogfight, telling voters that potholes don't have parties. But he routed progressive challenger Dante Carter, is that his name, on Tuesday with help from both Republican heavyweights and key Democratic allies. Paul, a former Georgia Republican Party chair and ex-legislator, won with plenty of conservative muscle. Georgia GOP Josh McCoon, who joined Paul's celebration, said the party sent out mailers and texts urging voters to reject a radical opponent. Josh McCoon is over here commenting that the party got on board and pulled his ass over the finish line. Conservative power? Where the hell was Josh McCoon and the conservative power in the PSC races? Where the hell was Josh McCoon? Oh, where the hell were they at all over this damn state? But Paul was quick to note that his lopsided victory would not have been possible without a surge from Democrat supporters. By the way, number 93, Gwinnett County. Am I correct? Send me a message. I know you're out there. House District 106 went to a Muslim, is now represented by a Muslim. Am I correct? Am I correct in that? Let me see something here. I think I have something of interest. All right, I'm going to read this later because it's very good. So, 106. I'm telling you right now, we have a blank storm, a brewing. Now, you sent me a message, said the stream on X is locking up. You could always go later and watch this. So sorry about that. But number 80, Josh is up there, and so is Burt Jones. Wonder why Burt jumped on board, but Josh is up there, the Georgia Republican Party chairman with his claiming what the Georgia GOP did for Rusty Paul, a lobbyist, a Democrat at most. He's not a Republican. Now, 17, something is brewing here. And I think in the next week, something should break because there's too many people know the story. And please contact me if you want to get the story to me, because this young man is not a bad kid, all right? I should have never said this. I mean, I think he has some education, but yes, he's a pie face and he's about as dumb as he looks. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, all right? That's not right. You should never call anybody dumb. He's not very bright. All right. Democrats pressure state GOP. Now, this is Brad Barnes, a.k.a. number 8 Blueberry. Okay. And here's the thing we're going at. There's a lot of setup going on and crashing and things behind the scenes of the Georgia GOP Inc. I'm not going to put some names out yet because it's growing and festering. And I know very soon some things are going to drop in my box, my email, text messages, pictures, or something's going to start saying, or call this person, or someone will call me, because things don't add up. We are a 2 and 2 equals 4 kind of place. Now, this young man here, this is not a bad kid. He's a kid. He's not a bad kid. This is, if you were to go to the mall and see him, Sally Grubbs would have one of those child don't escape leashes on him. He can't get out. I mean, seriously, don't you hate when you see those kids like you got the parental leash? That's the leash that Sally Grubbs has on this poor kid. And he was given an advisory position for Josh McCoon, the chairman. Some things have come up in his social media account where old Blueberry there, a lot of people have asked for him to be removed from that position at Josh. It's a volunteer position appointed by the chairman, but the chairman has not made a single statement. Now, I've not brought this up, but since this came out, number 22, all right, since this came out, Jaquan came out, Josh, within an hour, we understand by social media accounts out there, Jaquan lied about his age, looks to be in the video trying to do a meetup with a 14-year-old boy. Jaquan was set up. Now, I said this yesterday. Jaquan Stembridge, former assistant secretary of the Georgia GOP state office, he was set up. I said it yesterday. I'll say it again. I'm not implying or any way whatsoever saying that what he did, grooming and trying to meet up with a 14-year-old boy, apparently, as a 19-year-old man. No. But he was set up. Now, I'm of the opinion he got around some groups, got comfortable, because he has been their prize. A young black man, right, in the Republican Party. He has been they found him at the bottom of a Cracker Jack box. They've put him out. He has been their prize. And I'm serious, no matter how you take that, just a fact, that's the way they treat him all around the state. Somebody put clothes on him, gave him gas money, cash, maybe, and he has been doing very well. I think he got comfortable around people that he thinks like him. Now, I have told him this in the past, okay, trying to help him when he first got elected or running for office. I said, do not get confused. Young man, do not get confused and think these people like you, okay? And I get looked at as the crazy old man, right? What did Roy say? What's her name? I forget. Go pound sand, old man, right? You crazy old man. She didn't say that, but it's like, so I told him, don't get confused and think these people like you. And he did. So I don't know 100%. It's going to come out. But I think what happened is he got in circles. I don't think he's the only young Republican, I'll just put it like that maybe likes boys. I'll just say maybe, and just saying, I don't know. I do not know that. Or a mentor to the young Republicans that may like boys. I don't know that. I'm not putting any other names out because I don't know. But I think what happened is he got too comfortable. The party was going, right? Not saying, I don't know. I don't know if they do a little Tutorutski. I don't know. Kicking them back under it. I do not know. Don't know. But he got too comfortable around some people. They got to talking. You on Yik Yak? I'm on Yik Yak. Yeah, are you really? What do you go under? Well, I go on. Yeah, really? Huh. Mental note. How can I find you on Yik Yak? Mental note. What are you searching for? I'm searching for boys. I am too. Boom. Yik Yak. I don't know. He got set up. Blueberry. Set up. Watch for developments in the Georgia Republican Party. In my humble opinion, he was asked within an hour to get out. 23. That's what I was told. That within an hour of finding out, Josh McCoon asked him to resign, and he was gone. All right, don't forget, number 2, there's poor little Debbie Doonaster. She is, don't forget, there's poor little Debbie Doonaster. She is, Georgians are suffering. Poor Debbie Doonaster. Georgians are suffering. And then don't forget on one day, number 14, the Godzilla of bullshit could be carrying around the albino rhino saying this is the greatest investment plan. Now, I want to show you something for a reason, and I'm not quoting John Fredericks because God knows attorneys are standing by. I'm just saying, if you watch, you will hear. There was a time, now keep this in mind as this guy spreads his bullshit across the state, all right, and makes claims of how great Brian Kemp is. This guy, on this day particularly probably, is got the albino rhino on there, and the albino rhino is talking about the Patriot economy, and his family, his dad is the one named in the First Liberty Building and Loan $140 million Ponzi scheme, the albino rhino, and this guy's on there saying, they're great. They're great. I'm telling you, this Frost family, and they're good, and they're great people, and you should call them. I know them, blah, 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 blah. Go watch it. And then just like that, he tries to smear number 15. He tries to smear that same slab of shit over on another piece of bread, and he starts telling you how great Derek Dooley is. Excuse the way I said that. That was pretty nasty. That was ugly. I mean, a shitstorm's a shitstorm, but, from one slice of bread to another, that's not necessary. Next thing you know, he's out there telling you that is a great guy. Oh, my God. Oh, let's see. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything today. Take that down. Nobody wants to see that long. I had one more thing I know I had here from the AJC this morning that was out. Bada bing, bada boom. Give me 98. We're going to close with this because we're going to follow this today. This is our closer. We want to follow this. Follow this. right? Follow. Oh, the guy that won in the 7th district, right? You know, the lady, what happened to the Epstein files? What happened, right? The lady that won, right, in Arizona, Mike Johnson could not swear her in because of regular order, and they were out of session. 45 days, right? The guy that won the 7th district, find out how fast Mike Johnson swears him in. MTG stays home. U.S. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene appears to have returned to Washington after her surprise announcement during the Thanksgiving recess she would be stepping down from Congress. The Rome Republican has missed 4 votes so far this week. See, Burt Jones puts the poll out. Donald Trump puts the poll out. Marjorie stayed home. Marjorie stayed home. Didn't go back to D.C. Burt put the poll out. Donald put the poll out. The Rome Republican has missed 4 votes so far this week, 2 each on Monday and Tuesday. A spokesperson for Greene did not respond to a text message inquiring about whether she would be out for the entire week. Greene's resignation announcement came on the heels of a public and bitter split with President Donald Trump, and she indicated she was hoping to return to private life and has grown weary of the vitriol and threats. So she didn't go to D.C. this week. It's Wednesday. Yesterday morning, she didn't go Monday. Yesterday morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, Trump pops out that that highlights magazine from a college Republican, nice young man, unofficial, pops that out for Burt. Burt runs with it. And Marjorie's at home. She's not in D.C. I'll be damned. Now, for those of you, because I got a message and I have to go, I have made some statements concerning the 14th district, and I will address them tomorrow because it seems like some people have gotten upset, one being what I understand, one being Nathaniel Darnell, the president of the GRA in Georgia, concerning some comments I made where State Senator Colton Moore is concerned. I will address that tomorrow. I like State Senator Colton Moore, but just saying, I will address those concerns Nathaniel Darnell has, or the ignorance that he feels I have shown in my comments concerning Colton Moore. So we'll get into that tomorrow. Have a great day. I like the puzzle of it. MTG's not going. Poll goes out. Rusty Paul, is that his name down there? The Democrat. Josh McCoon's with him. The purchase of the 10th district congressional seat. Wow. Too much fun. I'll try again tomorrow. 8 a.m. Take us out of here, Diane.